Hi students, this is Kiran. In this fifth module, we are going to discuss electric field and potential. Now, electric field is E is equals to kq by r square. Already we know that in the earlier modules. What is that? E is equals to kq by r square. What does it mean? There is a point charge, capital Q, at a distance r. What is the electric field? Similarly, the electric potential energy. The electric potential energy is kq1 q2 by r. In the previous module, we have a proof for that also. Electric potential energy. What is electric potential energy? U is equals to kq1 q2 by r. What is r here? Just recollecting the subject. Kq1 q2 by r. Here r is the distance between q1 and q2. Now, let us have some small example. Of course, it is not a small example. Somehow a bit complicated. But the thing is, the purpose here is to learn the subject properly. Don't feel about the calculations part. Purpose here is to learn the subject properly. Here, electric potential energy is a scalar quantity. Please remember that. What is the unit for it? Joule. In the previous module, we learned it. Now, on the vertices of a regular hexagon. On the vertices of a regular hexagon of side A, there are 6 charges: plus Q, plus Q, minus Q, minus Q, plus Q, plus Q in an order. Then, what is the net electric potential energy associated of the system? Let us observe the diagram now, the hexagon. Have some small discussion about the hexagon before going to the topic. Yes, there is a hexagon. In the earlier classes, I mean the general geometry of 9th class or 10th class, you might be knowing that in the earlier classes, you might be knowing that general geometry, in the general geometry, you will be knowing the values of this regular hexagon. Regular hexagon of side A. Please observe the diagram. Yes. What are the vertices here? Capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, capital E, capital F. Now, what is the distance between A and B? A. Similarly, what is the distance between B and C? A. Like that, so on. But here, we need some calculation for this problem, to tackle this problem. Now, what is the distance between A and C? A and C. The distance between A and C, we should find. See, if you observe that diagram, if you join that line A and C, and if you drop a perpendicular from B, there arise two right angled triangles, where one angle is 60 degrees and the other angle is 30 degrees. So angle at A is 30 degrees in a small triangle. Angle at C is 30 degrees in that small triangle. Now, from A to the foot, from A to the foot of the perpendicular, the length is A cos 30. From C to the foot of the perpendicular, the length is A cos 30. Just by taking the components of A, where angle A is 30 degrees and angle C is 30 degrees. Now the total length of AC is, yes, AC is equals to twice of A cos 30, that is equals to root 3A. Please remember that value which is very helpful in tackling so many problems in physics, not only in this chapter, in all the chapters. So AC is equals to root 3A. Cos that is root 3 by 2. 2 to get cancelled. So finally root 3A. AC length is root 3A. Please remember. Now, similarly, we need one more length. In fact, what is that? The longest part. That is AD. AD. To get that, join E and midpoint of AD. That is center of the hexagon. That is O. If you observe that triangle EOD, it is an equilateral triangle. So every side is A here. So OD is A. Similarly, OA is A. Finally, AD length is 2A. So here we are going to have the values like AB length is A, BC length is A, CD length is A, DE length is A, EF length is A, FA length is A. Like that. There will be some other diagonals also. The next diagonal is AC, like that, BD, like that, CE, like that, EA, like that, FB. There will be diagonals. The longest diagonals AD, BE, CF, like that. AD length is 2A, AC length is root 3A. Please remember. Now coming to this problem. Of course, that is the earlier classes knowledge. Just we recollected it. Now, on the vertices of a regular hexagon of side A, there are 6 charges plus Q, minus Q, plus Q in an order, in cyclic order. Then what is the net electric potential energy associated? Of course, it looks like a big calculation. Only for the sake of learning the subject, we collected that problem. Now, electric potential energy is a scalar quantity. Consider the hexagon. A, 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 A. And vertices also. A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, the thing here is arrange the given charges on the vertices. Here, now we are going to discuss the original problem. In this problem, we are going to find the electric potential energy. Once again, it is a scalar quantity. Please remember that. But while taking the energy, it is wrong in taking that only the pairs AB, BC, CD, DE, EF and FA. There will be pairs, alternate pairs also, please remember. Now, let us observe the calculation. Electric potential energy is equals to KQ1 Q2 by R. It's a formula. Yes. Yes. See, don't get afraid of that calculation. It is simple. I do explain it. Electric potential energy U net is equals to KQQ by A. Let us consider the charges at A and B. Charge at A is Q, charge at B is Q. The energy associated with that two charges is KQQ by A. KQQ by A according to that formula, the charges and the distances between them. Similarly, B and C, the energy associated. B and C, the energy associated is KQ into minus Q by A. As usual, you can take minus Q because it is a simple calculation. No vectorial representation, nothing. It is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar summation. You can follow only the numericals. That is KQ minus Q by A with respect to BC, isn't it? Now, CD. CD is K minus Q by A plus DE. Energy associated with the pair DE, K minus Q into Q by A. Similarly, energy associated with EF, KQ by A. Similarly, energy associated with FA, KQ by A. So with that, one cycle is completed. Please remember. Now here, the question is not completed because only few pairs we collected. But here, there is some energy associated with A and C, B and D, C and E, like that also. Let us observe that kind of pairs. Now, the next step. The energy associated with AC. The energy associated with AC is, in the third line of that calculation, the energy associated with AC is KQ minus Q by root 3A. Please, where from this root 3A? That is why I explained that hexagon properties. What is that side? Root 3A. In the distance term, in the formula, U is equals to K Q1 Q2 by R. In place of R, we are taking root 3A. Simple. That is KQ minus Q by root 3A with the pair of AC. Now, do take the pair BD. BD. KQ minus Q by root 3A. Same thing. With the pair CE. K minus Q by root 3A. With the pair DF. K minus Q by root 3A. With the pair EA. Q by root 3A. EA. With respect to the pair EA. Q by root 3A. Plus with the pair FB. Q by root 3A. Isn't it? So with that, the another set of pairs were completed. There is one more set with respect to the pairs, pairwise. Here, starting with A. AD is also a pair, isn't it? The pair AB we discussed. The pair AC we discussed. Now we are going to discuss AD. AD is also a pair. Farthest pairs. Farthest pairs. AD is a pair. Similarly, BE is a pair. Similarly, CF is a pair. Now, for that three pairs, let us observe the electric potential energy with respect to AD pair. With respect to AD pair, K Q minus Q by 2A. Where from this 2A is? It is explained in the hexagon properties. AD length is 2A. Now, similarly, with respect to BE pair, KQ by 2A. Now, with respect to CF pair, K minus Q into Q by 2A. Please remember, while calculating electric potential energy of many particles, maybe vertices of hexagon, maybe vertices of pentagon, simply maybe vertices of a square or a triangle. Whatever be the number of particles, whatever be the number of charged particles, please remember, it is a cautious note for you, pairwise, all pairs you should consider, but without repetition, but without repetition. Now, of course, it is a simple calculation. Let us observe now. Yes, the total expression is that, isn't it? Now, in this, there are many terms. Don't go for LCM simply. Let us observe the terms. KQ by A. Just adjacent to that, there is KQ minus Q by A. The two terms will get cancelled, isn't it? There is a minus sign for one particle, for one charged particle, isn't it? That two terms will get cancelled. Simple calculation it is. Yes, that two terms will get cancelled. Now, let us observe. Yes, minus Q into minus Q, you will get plus. Here only one minus is there. So there is a plus term, there is a positive term, there is a negative term. That two terms will get cancelled. So two terms remains here. In the third step, continuation. Now, KQ minus Q by root 3A, KQ by root 3A will get cancelled. KQ minus Q by root 3A, KQ by root 3A get cancelled. Yes. KQ minus Q by 2A, KQ by 2A get cancelled. Finally, these are the terms left. So, U net is equals to twice of K Q square by 2A. Twice of K Q square by 2A. Then minus twice of K Q square by root 3A minus K Q by 2A. That is potential energy, electric potential energy net. Simply, you can get back KQ square by 2A common. KQ square by 2A common. That is KQ square by 2A into 2 minus 2 by root 3 minus 1 by 2. So final answer is electric potential energy associated here is 3 root 3 minus 4 by 2 root 3 into KQ square by A. Yes. Understood? Once again, please remember, when you apply electric potential energy formula, you should apply it for all the pairs available, but without repetition. For all the pairs available, but without repetition. Now, please remember it as a note. While finding electric potential energy, whatever be the number of particles given in any shape, please consider the energies pairwise. Be careful about the distance of each pair. Please be careful about the distance of each pair and take the charges as it is, including their signs also, including the nature of the charges. It is simply a numerical summation. Unit of electric potential energy is joule. Please see now. Now we are going to discuss about electric potential. Now, it is a very simple topic. Electric potential. Don't go for much complicated calculations and explanations. It's very simple if you assess it properly. What is potential first of all? I think layman meaning that is Potential. Before going to the topic, potential. What is potential? Ability to assign the energy. Ability to assign the energy. In fact, that it is being termed as potency. That it is being termed as potency. Here, consider a charge. Capital Q is given. For this, at a location, what is potential? Potential, electric potential, also being called voltage. Its unit is volt. Its unit is volt. Yes. The thing here is, there is a charge given. There is a location given. With respect to this electric charge, around it there is electric field. But now here, we are not going to discuss about electric field. We are discussing potential. At this point, what is the potential? For that, simply what you are supposed to do, consider a test charge. Where is that point located? At a distance r. Now, at the point, consider a test charge. Let us consider a test charge small q. Now, very simply you can say that what is the energy associated with these two particles? What is the energy associated with these two particles? K, Q, small q by R, isn't it? See, there is a charged particle given and a location given. What is the voltage at that location? For that, introduce a test charge. Immediately, you will be getting some electric potential energy assigned. Here, electric potential simply means electric potential energy assigned per unit test charge. Per unit test charge. Please remember, per unit test charge. Now, the energy associated is K, capital Q, small q by R. Electric potential energy formula. Here small q is only a test charge. Capital Q is given. We are going to find the potential. Now, energy associated is U is equals to K, capital Q, small q by R. Now, potential. It is a simple meaning. Don't get confused with big definitions. Potential is the energy associated per unit test charge. Potential is energy associated per unit test charge. Potential is also called voltage. Its unit is volt. So V is equals to U by Q. I mean net energy per unit test charge by Q. Per unit, what do we do? Divided by Q. That is KQ, Q by R by Q. Simplifying that, you will be getting KQ by R. Yes. Remember it as a note. Potential of a charge Q at a distance R is V is equals to KQ by R. KQ by R. Don't bother about this test charge now. You are given only charge capital Q. You are given a location at a distance R. So potential of a charge Q at a distance R is V is equals to KQ by R. Now, potential of a charge Q at a distance R is called voltage. Its unit is volt. What is potential again? Ability to assign the energy. That it is potency. Simple, very simple. Very simple. You are given a charge. You are given a location. If one is asking us to find electric potential, assign a test charge, find energy, find the energy per unit test charge. That is potential. Simple. Potential of a charge V is equals to energy by charge, isn't it? In our derivation, what we are doing, energy associated per unit test charge, means that how we are taking the calculation, energy by charge. Energy unit is joule, charge unit is coulomb. So 1 volt is equals to joule per coulomb. 1 volt is equals to joule per coulomb. Potential of charge V is equals to energy by charge. Volt is equals to joule per coulomb. That is equals to joule per coulomb. Please remember once again, the second time also I am telling. So potential is a scalar quantity. Potential is a scalar quantity. Please remember, energy by charge. Energy is a scalar, charge is also a scalar, potential is also a scalar quantity, which follows numerical summation. Need not be pairwise like our potential energy, but all the potentials one should consider in the summation. Of course, in the next module, in the 6th module, we will discuss about a model problem, a very complicated problem to understand the subject properly. Don't bother about the calculations, so that we understand the subject in a clear-cut manner. Please, once again, volt is joule per coulomb. Electric potential is a scalar quantity. It follows numerical summation. Need not be pairwise. Hope you understood well. All the best.